Welcome to Egg Shorts. I'm Calen. With me is my father, Brandon. Today we're going to talk about how horses talk. How do horses communicate with you, Dad? And I know that's a big subject, so you got 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
Sorry, I got to take this call. Hello? Yeah, I mean, they will nicker at you just like they do each other as a call. I got a gelding in the corral right now. I need to be working a little bit more with him, but uh, he, I walk out the door and he's talking to me. Hey, how you doing? I could use a little bit of attention or maybe some freedom here. So, they'll come to you. They'll come across a pasture. I had a mare that drove your mother nuts, and actually your grandpa too, because she was just independent and would not allow anybody to catch her. We could drive through the pasture that the county road goes through, cuts across, and I could stop a vehicle. She'd see it's me, and she would leave the herd and come up to me and let me do whatever. It just made them insane. With maybe I think perhaps jealousy, but
Right.
that's just the way she was. Some of them have affection for you, some of them don't. Some of them want to stay away from you. They'll turn and just keep distance. That's the communication. They're saying, no, nah, no, no, don't want to be around you. So it's all about body language mostly, but they do have some vocal type of uh, calls. They don't squeal at you like they do each other. Um, they'll nip at you, especially stallions.
Mm-hmm.
They get a little nippy, but that's how they communicate with to keep things lined out and within the herd. But they're also trying to lump you into that herd, and they want to be the dominant animal. And so, no, we have this little struggle that I'm always watching for a nip from a stallion. Even the most calm ones will nip, try to bite you a little bit, and just line you out. And so you definitely need to communicate that no, we don't do that. That's not acceptable. I think you saw results of an unexpected. I would call
Yeah.
that a nip.
Yeah. That was a baseball sized bruise afterwards. He got a hold
Yeah,
of your
big,
bicep pretty good. But
yeah,
the other
big
thing too, I
lump.
was
I mean,
thinking,
it lumped up. It was it
yeah.
was it was a good one. I got a scar from it, but
And I was thinking of like other things too, like head drops, ear
yeah.
twitches,
Oh yeah,
blinks, lick and chew. And people may not know what you're really talking about, but when we're dealing with horses, you're looking for those things. Even a switch of a tail sometimes, when you
yeah.
clearly know that's not a fly, they're
Right.
irritated, they're flicking their tail. There's all those little things. That's how they communicate to you as well.
Hind foot placement when you're working in a
Mm.
round corral, and you got a horse that's not really rolled for you. It's early in the training, and they're more in the flight response. Uh,
Yeah.
they'll that hind foot placement where that's at. So it'll tell you that I'm uneasy because they'll use that to be able to push off and turn and run the other way. I mean, there's a lot of very subtle type of communication that they use for themselves and within the herd. They're not going to automatically speak another language.
Right.
They're speaking to us in the only way they know how, which is a herd type language, and you just have to read it, learn it, know what it is, and then respond to it, and hopefully respond in the right way that you can communicate back to them in a way they understand. So yeah, there's a lot of horse communication, but there's the obvious stuff that you see, but then there's the stuff when you're really trying to communicate, and meaningful communication in training. To your point, is very very important. Dropping that head, relaxing the muscle, how they place their
Mhm.
movement, how they put their feet down, whether they're
Breathing.
really topping it down or stomping, or just a gentle you know fluid movement that's relaxed, how they carry their tail. Yeah, their breathing is huge. And yeah, and I give them time and use that breathing. And then pretty soon as they start to have anxiety, drop when they're working hard, stop them, and they're really working. And then all of a sudden they'll get a deep breath and a sigh. That's a good sign of relaxation, that mental
30
state,
seconds.
relaxing the bottom. So yeah, it's something that we probably miss a lot of communications, but you know what? We miss a lot of communications between humans too,
Hmm.
unfortunately. So it's just learning the language, knowing what they're saying, and trying to discern what's the best thing for you. But we're teaching them to talk our language by using their language.
That's horse talk. Talkie talkie with the horse.